Arabaya değmesin.
Allah'ım, Allah'ım lütfen. Hayır.
Yok biz Beşiktaş'ta dükkandaydık, birdenbire oldu Allah'tan.
The severe summer storm, which saw hailstones the size of golf balls fall from the skies above Istanbul, has left 3 people injured in the Turkish city. Trees were felled, roads were flooded, and a stone wall was demolished by the heavy rain and strong winds. Near one of the city's ports, a crane was toppled onto oil barrels, which caused an explosion and a fire, and a small depot burst into flames after being struck by lightning. The evening rush hour traffic was disrupted as the rainfall left cars stranded in the middle of flooded streets. Flights from the city's Ataturk airport were suspended, and planes on their way into the city were diverted to avoid the deluge. Large hailstones pounded parts of the city, denting cars and smashing windows. This is the second time in just 10 days that severe rainfall has inundated the streets of Istanbul, causing havoc in Turkey's largest city.
A French airline plane was forced to make an emergency landing at Istanbul's Ataturk airport after being hit by hailstones during a freak storm. Heavy damage could be seen to the plane's nose, caused by the severe pounding of hailstones the size of golf balls. A torrential downpour also battered Istanbul, flooding roads with muddy water and bringing rush hour transport to a complete standstill. At least 2 people were injured in the heavy rains, which lasted around 20 minutes. Over 200 trees were uprooted, damaging cars, and a number of fires broke out, but were quickly extinguished. The city authority said more than 7,000 people were mobilised to deal with the aftermath of the storm. At Taksim metro station, commuters stood by as waves of hail and rain cascaded down the stairs of the station, disrupting transport for the second time this month.
From intense heat waves to severe flooding, Europe is a continent of extremes at the moment. Severe weather conditions have caused mayhem and destruction in many countries. Italy's experienced one of its driest springs in some 60 years. Meteorologists say some parts of the country have seen rainfall totals 80% below normal.
The loss in sunflowers, like soft and durum wheat, is about 40 to 60%. Sunflowers sowed at the right moment are ready to be harvested 1 month before their time.
Quindi già pronti per essere raccolti la prossima settimana quando saremo ai primi di agosto, quindi con un mese di anticipo.
In Portugal, more than 1,000 firefighters were deployed to extinguish 2 forest fires in the provinces of Castelo Branco and Santarém, which have forced authorities to evacuate surrounding villages. Experts believe that these extreme events are caused by a number of reasons.
If you look in the past 150 years of record, you will find few of such extreme events in the past 150 years, but in the recent 3 decades, 30 years, we have been recording more and more events like these ones.
Scientists say the growing number of extreme events is mainly a result of climate change. They believe these extreme weathers will become the norm in Western Europe unless we take immediate steps to reduce greenhouse gas emissions.
Typhoon Nesat made landfall in Taiwan on Saturday, bringing with it strong winds and heavy rainfall to eastern and southern parts of the island nation and flooding streets and homes. It is the first tropical storm to hit Taiwan so far this year, with its eye gliding over the country's east coast before moving on towards China. Winds from the typhoon reach speeds of up to 180 kilometers per hour, and measures are being put in place to protect citizens. In Taiwan's mountainous eastern areas, residents were evacuated to safety in case of mudslides, and shops along streets in big cities were covered with tarpaulin to prevent damage. As southeastern China braces itself for the impact of the typhoon, over 3,000 people were evacuated from Fujian province, where the storm is expected to make landfall on Sunday.
冲地上。我操！你啥情况啊？啥情况啊？你垃圾桶啊！
ครับตอนนี้รายงานสถานะรถวิ่งไม่ได้เลยถนนนายวิไลเทค
จะมิดแล้วเหรอ
ห้องประตูไม่เหลือแล้วห้องกันห้องกระดุมเบียร์ห้องกันเงินด้านบนใกล้ไม่ชนไง
ยังแต่ก็มีปัญหาเกือบออกมาไม่ได้
เนี่ยโทษท่าลาย
ท่านอะไรเต็มเลยอ่ะ
ท่าลายเรียนมันสูงกว่าเราหน่อย
ครับตอนนี้รายงานสถานการณ์สดนะครับ ตอนนี้นายวิไลเทคนิคสกลนครน้ำท่วมประมาณ1 เมตรสูงเกิน1 เมตรครับตอนนี้อยู่กับอาจารย์จากกระพลครับเป็นปรากฏการณ์ที่หนักกว่าเมื่อปี 2930หนักมากเนี่ยครับด้านหน้าผมเขาเดินเข้าไปไม่ได้เลยตอนเนี้ย
รถวิ่งไม่ได้
รถวิ่งไม่ได้ครับรถวิ่งไม่ได้เลยถนนนายวิไลเทคนิคโอ้น้ำไหลเชี่ยวด้วย
จะมาช่วยกันดันรถติด
มีแรงอยู่ที่ไหนออกไม่ได้
สำคัญของเทศบาลนครสกลนครค่ะมีชุมชนทั้งหมด43ชุมชนค่ะมีประชาชนนะคะได้รับความเดือดร้อนถึงกว่า 30,000 คนนะคะสังเกตนะคะระดับน้ำมีสูงจากข้อมูลเบื้องต้นนะคะจากการสำรวจของเจ้าหน้าที่เนี่ยคาดว่ามีรถยนต์ค่ะไม่สามารถย้ายออกไปได้ทันเนี่ยถูกน้ำท่วมเสียหายประมาณ300คันค่ะสาเหตุที่ไม่สามารถเคลื่อนย้ายรถออกไปจากพื้นที่น้ำท่วมเนี่ยเนื่องจากว่าเมื่อวานนี้ค่ะระดับน้ำในเขตเทศบาลนครสกลนครนะคะท่วมสูงอย่างรวดเร็วต้องถามไม่ทราบว่าปัจจัยอะไรที่ทำให้น้ำเมื่อวานนี้ค่ะท่วมสูง
ระดับน้ำอยู่ในทะเลสาบหนองหานนี่มีมากอยู่แล้วครับแล้วก็จะมีน้ำจากเขื่อนต่างๆที่ระบายที่ล้นเขื่อนจะระบายลงมาสู่หนองหาน ทำให้น้ำหนุนกันหนองหานเนี่ยจะระบายน้ำลงแม่น้ำโขงไม่ทันครับผมทำให้เกิดทะลักเข้าท่วมมาตัวเมือง
ไม่ได้ส่งค่ะผมมารับคนค่ะจากที่ได้
West Bengal's flood toll climbed to 31 as water levels barely receded across marooned villages. The Indian Air Force joined the rescue operations to evacuate people from flood-affected districts. In West Midnapur's Ghatal, 30 men, women and children were airlifted to safety by an IAF Mi-17 V5 helicopter. They were picked up from the terrace of a two-story house which had been cut off in the flooded Pardapur village of Ghatal. Another IAF helicopter distributed 500 kg of relief materials including medicines, food and water pouches in the flooded areas. Officials at Norbanna said there are plans to widen the aerial rescue operations to evacuate more people marooned in the floods. Over 23 lakh people have been affected in over 165 villages which were inundated by heavy rains and the water released by the Damodar Valley Corporation. Nearly 45,000 people have taken shelter in over 2,000 relief camps set up in the flood-hit districts. Sources said that the state government is yet to estimate the loss incurred by farmers as over 2.5 lakh hectares of agricultural land have been submerged.
Thank God for the firemen, please. Because I know that if I got out, I probably would have drowned because I can't swim.
Okay, they got one out. We've got one out.
It just happened so quickly. The front walls caved in and just water gushed in on us. It just happened so quickly. The front walls caved in and just water gushed in on us, and it was like, whoa. So yeah, it was pretty quick.
Krista, the video that we showed you at the top of the show was shot by the owner of this nail salon, Rochelle Bates. Let's go ahead and show you that video again. Minutes before 6 Thursday morning, the rising floodwaters broke through the front door of the salon, and just like a scene from Titanic, the furniture began floating around. When it was said and done, the salon had 6 feet of standing water. They had to bring in pumps to get the water out of their underground location last night. Today, Bates and her co-workers salvaged whatever they could, hosing off a few bottles of nail polish and a couple of racks. They've been in business here for 7 years. She did try to get flood insurance back then, but was denied by 5 different companies because this area is considered a floodplain. After the mess with this latest storm, she won't be coming back.
Everybody's been asking today, why does it seem like this storm snuck up on us? Our Melanie Michael live for us tonight. And Mel, you went straight to the expert, our very own chief meteorologist, Steve Jervey.
We certainly did. Had a great conversation with him, and he tells us it's simple. It's all about the warm Gulf water, and this storm was sneaky.
In 35 years, I have seen some extremely strange things in the tropics, so really nothing surprises me.
But even Steve Jervey admits this storm was sudden. It formed fast and furious. Tampa Bay went to bed on a rainy Sunday night and woke up Monday morning to Tropical Storm Emily.
It was obvious we were going to get a lot of rain, and we thought there was a possibility that it could deepen over the warmer waters and possibly become stronger and become a tropical depression or possibly a storm.
Possible, Steve says, but not probable. And that's why the Gulf has such a wild reputation in the weather world. It's volatile and unpredictable.
For us to sit and watch this, it's amazing. We know these things can happen, but to actually see them happen and form, it's amazing to us.
In the simplest terms, Emily seemed to sneak in because she did. Some weird weather was going on in the Gulf. The water, super warm. The air above it, super unstable. A fury unleashed by a cold front helped to churn that warm water into a storm overnight. And Max Defender 8, the world's most powerful radar, tracked Emily's every move.
So clear, farther, faster. No other television station has it in the market, and it is an excellent, up-to-date, and state-of-the-art radar.
So one of the questions we had for Steve, what did we learn from this storm? He tells us one word: preparation. It reminds us just how quickly this can happen and how it can get really, really nasty in a hurry. Jen?
It can turn on a dime. Melanie Michael live in Tampa for us tonight. Mel, thank you.